What's up, guys? I'm here with my grandson again, who always wants to get picked up. Okay. This boy always wants to get Let me tell you. It's either he's heavier than he looks or I'm weaker than I look. Anyways, you want your water? You want your water? Anyways, so his sister gets angry when me and him go to walks together because she's like, oh, I want to go and blah, 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 because we're going to go to the swimming pool today. And me and him are the only males in the house. And because of that, I'd spend some time with him one-on-one a lot because he needs that male, bond. And, me as his grandfather to teach him what it is to be a man and stuff like that. And I spend time with her too, of course. But she needs time alone with her mother and her grandma. And there's a difference between men and women. And that's part of what I want to talk to you guys about today. There was a lot of congressional hearings today. And let's just say the one that really got me was the one with the alphabet soup people. I'll just say that, okay? And Riley Gaines is an absolute hero. Okay, she's an absolute hero. And then that African-American lady who represents the alphabet soup, I mean, I don't want to call the lady an idiot because I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or whatever. She can't even name what a man is or what a woman is because she feels like gender and sex are different and all this other stuff. I just feel like she's just doing what she's told. You know what I mean? Part of the evil agenda. And when Senator Cruz out of Texas and Senator Kennedy out of Louisiana, because let me tell you something, Senator Kennedy is a funny guy. Senator John Kennedy is a funny guy. And it's crazy when they go through all this stuff, that how he was acting and stuff. You can tell he was being facetious and let me understand what you're saying here and blah blah. Ted Cruz didn't take that avenue. Okay, let's just say that he was much more in your face and stuff, and he well should be. But this is absolutely ridiculous that we're taking this to the highest seats or the highest levels in the world as far as congressions is concerned. Because you have legislation in states and stuff like that, but this is the highest level, and we're actually debating about men and women and about women being in sports and men being in women's sports. Because I don't care what you call yourself, if you're born a biological male, I don't care what you call yourself, you're a man. And then the black girl that represents the alphabet soup, she basically said, well, Serena Williams, if a man tried to play her, well, Serena Williams said on, I think, the Dave Letterman show years ago that she can't compete with men. Now, she may have more skills than the average man, well, mostly every man. If a man has half the skills she has and the talent and stuff like that, she can't compete with a male. She just can't. And that's why Riley Gaines, I give her credit for even tying that man that she raised.
Mommy.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah. I can't believe she tied two, right? Yeah, it was crazy. So anyways, it was like, I'm listening to this going, what in the hell is going on? You know what I mean? But I know what's going on. I know the playbook. And her mother is in town. His mother is in town. And she's like, I'm trying to teach her what's going on. And his sister, her daughter, goes to school in Florida. And she was telling me that Ron DeSantis, according to the people down in Florida, is a danger to black people. He erased Black History Month. Okay? Because he didn't want transgender stuff or sexual pornographic stuff in kids' books. Was they try to insert and indoctrinate these kids instead of educate these kids. They put it in the books. But no, she didn't want to believe that. I'm trying to break it down to her. Then she seen my thing and she goes, "Who's Brandon?" I said, "Well, that's for another story." But I broke it down for her. Sit right here. I broke it down for her, you know, and now she understands. And then she, you know, she doesn't even know that she's a lot of hers and conservative. Mommy. You talking about mommy? No. Mommy? You ain't no mommy's boy. And it's crazy. She doesn't even know how conservative she is versus this woke ideology. It's crazy what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? And then Andrew Tate got convicted, and I already knew that was coming because they have to convict him, because they have to rub his name in the mud a few more times for a few more years, because they can't admit they're wrong. And he made a great video about that yesterday, and I was going to break it down, but it's all part of the plan. He called it all out. He called it all out. You know, here. And here, grab it. You want it or not? Here. He called the whole thing out. You know what I mean? So it's very, very difficult, man, to be living in these times, especially with all the hate and everything else and the lies. And when you tell the truth and you're a good guy, they just don't like it. And I'm afraid for Tucker Carlson, man. I hope they don't give him the Julian Assange treatment. I really don't, because he is on fire. Did you guys see episode 5? My Lord, man. He absolutely destroyed the Bidens and the family and the crime family. He just did. And we know we're living in a two-tier system. And then there's news about BlackRock, and not Bitcoin news. And I'll get into Bitcoin in a second. BlackRock, we know water's wet, but BlackRock basically had a recruiter go on a date with a pretty girl. I don't know what she looked like. I'm guessing she's pretty, because he was just spilling the beans of this girl. You guys, when you go out with a girl, you can't be telling her everything. Which I'm glad he did, because he's part of the evil cabal too. And he was basically telling her everything we already knew. But he said the quiet part out loud. Basically saying these politicians, all these politricians are bought and paid for. And senators, I mean, they're easy, 10 grand. You can do whatever you want. So it's not about red and blue, ladies and gentlemen. It's about what agendas they're pushing and how much they're getting paid by those people. And they're getting pulled all different kind of ways. You know what I mean? And BlackRock, you know, and I think the second part is coming out today, if it hasn't been out already on Twitter. Man, I'm telling you, since I've been on Twitter, I've learned so much stuff, man. So much stuff. But it is absolutely insane that the normies, or the people that this guy, this brash man, he basically said, I think he knew the girl was a reporter. Get down. He basically knew the girl was a reporter, and he still was telling her stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. And he was like, well, even if the normie people know, they're not going to do anything about it, basically. This is why we got to wake these people up, man. It is absolute pure evil out here. That BlackRock, put that down. Don't break that. The BlackRock CEO, and again, you know, they're getting into Bitcoin and many others. And again, I'll get into that in a second. It's a necessary evil for them to get into it. But the BlackRock CEO basically said, we got to change people's behaviors. He said that in 2017, 18, something like that. Let me tell you what's going on in the world today. As the more extreme they're getting, the more and more they're getting exposed, because now we have so many different outlets and cameras and microphones, because everybody has one now. And we got all these independent journalists. Can you imagine if we only could watch the mainstream media? If we couldn't get all this information? I do not watch Fox News anymore, because I actually thought Fox News was okay before 2020. Not okay, but I thought they were a lot better than CNN. But they're a wolf in sheep's clothing, ladies and gentlemen. They pretend like they're conservative, but they're really evil, man. You know, what they did to Tucker and what they do behind the scenes, because they do have a couple of good anchors that I like. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to tell them to quit to lose their income and stuff, but I can't watch Fox News, and I refuse to do it. There's a lot of good American or conservative or whatever you want to call it, even Democratic sites that are okay. They're not with this propaganda, woke, progressive, extra crispy, woke stuff. You know what I mean? I like Robert F. Kennedy. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I absolutely love him. He's a Democrat. Even some of these Democrats are not with this woke agenda, man. They're not. And Bitcoin, has gone up today because a lot of different people are getting into it. It's funny, the FOMO is real, man. What you doing, boy? Huh? You want to say hi to the people? Come here. FOMO is real. The higher the price goes, the more people get into it. So basically, they don't understand the technology and they don't understand how Bitcoin is or anything. And they just, when they see the price going up, that's when they buy. And then when the price starts crashing, they sell. See, this is what I tell people. The biggest investment you can ever make in your life is education, right? So when I tell you about Bitcoin, I'm not telling you just to buy it or anything, silver, anything. You have to learn about it first. Because if you don't understand it and have conviction in it, then guess what you're going to do? When the price goes down, you're going to sell. And when the price goes up, you're going to buy more. And it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And these people don't understand it. But after a while, years and years, when people really start getting into it and understanding it, then they'll get it. But Bitcoin is going crazy. I guess Jerome Powell is coming out today saying that he may raise rates again. That's causing the dollar to go up. And of course, gold, silver, and platinum are getting killed today. Absolutely killed. And guess what that means? For you silver stackers and gold stackers and platinum stackers, you just buy more. But I guarantee you this, for some reason, I think the premiums will all of a sudden go up today because these dealers don't want to lose money. They bought it at a certain price and they're going to charge you 50 cents or a dollar more in premiums per ounce. That's just the way it goes. Come here. Get out there, bro. Come over here. And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? So understand what you're buying. I'm not telling you just to buy Bitcoin. Understand Bitcoin so you'll know what's going on. This world, man, every time I take a look at this boy, I look at him and go, what is this world going to look like when he's my age if this stuff keeps going? This boy will be living in absolute slavery, him and his family. And I can't have that, man, if I can do anything about it. You know what I mean? And this is why we fight so hard and do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's absolute insanity, man. Yes. Go ahead and drink some. Sit right there and drink some. And, man. Sorry, guys. It's just, there's so much stuff going on, man. Tucker Carlson just went in on Hunter Biden. And the stuff that I knew already, but he really, really, really went in, man. And we got to keep that man protected at all times. That's all I got to say about that. But in other news, too, we got certain aspects of BlackRock and everything else, like I said, buying into Bitcoin, all these institutional investors putting in their money. Oh, this I also want to talk about. Sorry. I want to talk to you about that unfortunate situation with the submarine. I haven't watched it in a few hours. Hopefully they found those people, but it's looking like they're not going to. And let me say this first. God bless them, and hopefully they make it out. I hope to God those people make it, man. Oh, that's a heck of a way to go. But I heard in an interview they said that if that particular thing happened, if they went that way, the temperature and stuff, they would pass out first and then they would pass away. And God, please don't let that happen to them. But what I'm hearing through the grapevine is that the CEO of the whole project, he basically, don't pull on that. He basically, come here. He basically, I guess he was a wokester, and he basically said that he doesn't want white people working on the submarine, older white men working on the submarine. And I guess he's not in there. I guess he's still alive or something. I'm gonna tell you something. If that's the case, and he had a bunch of DEI people and people that just go with the agenda, and they made not a good sound technology in that sub. First of all, why would you go in that in the first place? I guess everybody's adventurous. I guess they paid him $250,000 to do it. Let me tell you something. They should be suing that man to hear the kingdom come. If this is true. If something happens to those poor people, man, I hope to God nothing happened to them, man. I really, really do. But it's unfortunate what is going on. People, and guess what? What's the funny thing is the people that he didn't want to hire the old white man, the 56-year-old white man. They're the ones out there looking for him. Ain't that something? This is crazy, man. People got it twisted, man. Okay, you're gonna fall back, hit your head, boy. Sit down for a second. It's almost time for your nap too. Don't pull on that. And so yeah, so it's crazy out here, ladies and gentlemen. We know what time it is. You know what I mean? This is why we got to wake people up. His mother, you know, I had a long talk with her, and she's starting to slowly but surely, you know, because she's thinking Trump is a racist or something. I'm not saying he's not. But when you get fed one side of everything, you know, I asked her, I said, is you think Joe Biden's a racist? No, I don't think he's a racist, but Trump is. I said, really? And I showed her some videos. And again, I'm not saying Trump is not a racist. I don't know if he is or not. I haven't seen any proof if he is, but I've seen proof of Brandon. I've seen that he's racist. And if that's what you're going by, if a man is racist or not, then okay, show me the laws or regulations or any kind of things that Trump passed or enforces that a black person can't do that a white man or a white person can do. And they never can do it. So, again, man, the brainwashing is real. We got to keep our head up, keep our head on our shoulders, looking up and around and everything else, because let me tell you something, man. It is not looking good out here. So what do we do, right? What do we do? Well, I'm going to tell you what I would do if I were you, okay? Stay physically fit, physically. Stay spiritually fit, whatever you believe in. Pray for that every time. Stay mentally fit. Be prepared at all times for everything. Any scenario you can think of, be prepared for it. Be prepared if the water shuts off. Be prepared if you can't go to a grocery store. Be prepared if somebody attacks your house. Be prepared if there's no places you can use your cash. I went to a store today. They don't take cash. In Las Vegas, they didn't take cash. All they took was cards. And I'm like, because I don't like using my card. I like using cash. I'm thinking, when did you say that? Oh, it's because of blah, blah, blah. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think they're going to do that more or less in the future? Look at the grocery stores, ladies and gentlemen. How many self-checkouts in there? You know what I do when I'm at Walmart? I go take a break in the break room. They go, what are you doing? I go, I just worked. I just scanned a bunch of stuff. I'm taking a break. That's how much stuff that you have to do by yourself. Everything's automated now. There's only 1 or 2 cash registers open out of 15 that actually has a man person there. You think that's going to go away or be more and more or less? AI is going to be taking over everything, ladies and gentlemen. So I suggest, again, you get your finances right and all that stuff I just said. But I'm telling you guys, learn about Bitcoin. Learn about it, man. Don't be those people that FOMOs in and starts buying at 45 or 50, even though that'll be, to me, in my opinion, if Bitcoin does what it's supposed to do, that'll still be a steal. I'm still buying. I don't care what the price is. I'm buying it every day because there's only a finite amount. And let me say this. I don't know if Bitcoin is going to work for sure. I don't know. But my probabilities say there is. The more and more I learn about it, the higher and higher my probabilities go. And now that all these companies, these big investors, institutional money is getting into it, I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. I knew it was coming. But that's why I've been stacking a lot of it, you know, relatively to me in my dollars. I'm looking at a dying dollar going, I can either put this somewhere. Where can I put it at? I'm putting it in a currency that's is deflationary. Bitcoin is deflationary, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is about supply and demand. When you see silver and gold prices go up and down, the reason why gold is not $5,000 an ounce and silver is not $200 or $300 an ounce, because there's silver and gold out there. Believe me, if it was that low, right? Because there's people that's selling it all the time, buying and selling it, depending on the market. Come here. Depending on the market. But there's plenty of silver out there, ladies and gentlemen, in comparison to Bitcoin. But I'm telling you, there will be a time that silver, I believe, not gold, but silver, I believe that they're going to run out of it because they're using it in so many industrial things, and it's an industrial metal. It has to go down. So that's why you stack it up. So when it does, I don't think, in my opinion, that gold is going to be money anymore. It's not a good money anymore. It's just not. Why? Because the only way you do it is if you put it in a vault and you back it. You know, you have the gold back the fiat currency dollars or the digital dollars and stuff like that. But again, you have to trust a human being and the custodian. You do not have to do that with Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin's mantra is don't trust, verify. You have individuals out here verifying to make sure that transaction you do is real. not holding it for you or nothing like that. Nobody holds my Bitcoin. Nobody.
Mommy.
It's on the blockchain with my keys on it. Nobody can get to it but me. And it's in my head. So if I need to, come here, boy. So if I need to leave, I can leave with it in my head. You can't do that with gold and silver. They'll confiscate it if the time is right. So learn about Bitcoin. The price in fiat dollars is going to go up. We're in a paradigm shift, ladies and gentlemen. I don't believe Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. I mean, it has to be now. Hold on. It has to be now, but I don't believe Bitcoin should be measured in dollars. I believe it should be measured like silver in ounces, and also should be measured in purchasing power. And I truly believe, my probabilities say that in 10 years, just like 10 years ago, I'll be able to buy a lot more things with a lot less Bitcoin. That's just it. Silver is an inflationary hedge. Bitcoin is a paradigm shift. Because when the CBDCs come, let's say they're here full-blown 2033, and there's absolutely no more cash, and they burn it all and everything else, and they get rid of it, and it becomes illegal in 2033, 10 years from now. You have a choice. Either you can use the CBDC digital currency, or you can keep on your silver and gold and think you're going to transact in silver and gold. Or you can trade it and barter it with somebody if you think that's going to work. I don't know how you think you're going to go to a store and make, use of it. Or you can trade that silver and gold in for CBDCs. Either way, you're going to have to use CBDCs. Or you can start buying Bitcoin now for, when I say pennies on the dollar, I believe fractions and fractions of pennies on the dollar right now, in comparison what it would be 10 years ago, in my humble opinion, because Bitcoin's a black hole. I'm going to show you guys an illustration maybe tomorrow or a couple days why the Bitcoin price, if it does what it's supposed to do now, can't do nothing but go up in purchasing power, because it's deflationary, because you can't print any more of it. It's unconfiscatable and nobody can control it. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Well, come here, boy. Get up. Can't take my off for a second. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember, guys, it's all about family and the children and the kids. We love them, and they love us. And one day you're going to watch this video and go, thank you, Grandpa, for buying all that Bitcoin. I appreciate it. See, he's happy about it. You happy about the Bitcoin? Say bye to everybody. Say bye. Thank you guys so much. I love each and every one of you. God bless you and your family. You're the man in the house. Take care of them. Take care of your family, man. You know what I mean? God, family, country. In that order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.